Michael. So last week we were talking about organizational skills. Now, I don't think I emphasized how important organizational skills is. So maybe I did. Uh, but I'm going to do it again because I think this is something that really needs to get sort of drilled in, and you really need to get this because organizational skills is by far the most important skill that you need to learn. And you might not think that, but it is. And the reason why that is because organizational skills is what's going to make up the rock of what we're trying to put together. It's the foundation of what we're building. So if that part of thing is not handled, in fact, if it's not perfected, everything else is going to come crashing down. Now, you might get some success here and there with some of the things I'm going to share with you, but eventually it'll come crashing down if you've disregarded or not paid enough attention to the most fundamental skill of what we're trying to learn. So organizational skill is very, very important. So today what we're going to be talking about is body language. Now, body language I identified as being the number 2 on the list of skills that we need to learn, the most important skills. So last week I shared all the skills with you, and there was 11. The reason why body language is number 2 is because body language makes up a big, big part of communication. And as we all know, sales is about communication. So we want to make sure that we focus on the most important parts of communication. And body language actually makes up 55% of all personal communication. And most body language people don't sort of know, but it's unconscious. So it's something that happens subconsciously, and it's very, very important. Now, a guy by the name of Abraham Marabian, he's actually one of the pioneers, one of the great minds of studying personal communication, and he attributes body language as making up 55% of all personal communication. He says your tone, your voice makes up 38%, which is quite big. And lastly, your words. Your words don't actually make up much, and this comes as a surprise to most people because most people tend to think that your words is very important, but in fact it's only 7%. So because body language is so important, that's why I've put it as number 2. It's not every aspect of body language that we're going to be studying because we just want to take out the bits that we need to help us on our journey of becoming better salespeople. So what I've identified as being important for body language is eye contact, mirroring the person that's sitting in front of you, facial expressions, your facial expressions, open palm gestures, and seating arrangements. So let's start off with your eye contact. Many people, especially in business, have been lied to. They've been told that if you want to get your message across, or if you want people to feel that you can be trusted, then you must give full-blown eye contact for long periods of time. Now, that's not true. And the reason why that's not true is because if you give someone intense eye contact, there's a few things that's going to happen. The person's going to feel, first of all, threatened. They're going to feel that you're being intrusive. They're going to feel disrespected. They're going to feel uncomfortable. Now, if they're feeling all those emotions all at once whilst you're trying to communicate your message to them, they're not going to be taking in what you're saying. And you might not know this, but they're going to walk away just not feeling right. Now, on the flip side, you don't want to give too little eye contact. So this is giving less than 1/3 of an eye contact, because what's going to happen there is you're going to come across as being shy. You're going to come across as being nervous, not being sure of yourself. You're also going to come across as being timid. Now, the question is, what type of eye contact should you be giving? Now, with what I've just said, as you can see, eye contact is mainly focused on the length that you give. Most of the stuff I'm sharing with you today, guys, I want you to know it's stuff that I've studied thoroughly, and material that I've been reading and lots of stuff I've been sort of researching and videos I've been watching. So the type of eye contact you should give is, well, the length. Let's start off with the length. The length, you need to make sure that you give between 60 to 70% of eye contact. You don't want to give too much, you don't want to give too little, and you kind of want to just above the halfway line. So we're talking 60 to 70% of eye contact with someone, and then you sort of be taking breaks in between. Now, what type of eye contact do you give? There's 3 different types of eye contact you can give someone. There's the business eye contact, there's the social eye contact, which is called social gaze, and there's intimate eye contact. Business eye contact is when you're in a meeting and you want to let the other person know that you mean business, sort of a conference or board meeting, something like that. With that, what they say is you need to be looking at this part of the person's face, so this sort of triangle up here. Okay, you need to be focusing here and sort of taking your breaks in between, but primarily paying attention to this triangle here. The social gaze, this is your friend, your perhaps a colleague or someone that you're on friendly terms with. You need to be looking around, so across the eyes and down here, up and just below the nose. So this triangle here, that's the social gaze eye contact. And lastly, the intimate eye contact, which is someone you're in love with or someone you're courting, or relationship sort of thing. With that one, you need to be looking around across the eye and all the way down to just above the chest. That's the intimate eye contact. So for our sake and what we're trying to learn, because sales is all about making the other person feel that you're a friend and you're a buddy, we need to make sure that we're giving them the social gaze. So this is around this aspect here. I'm going to pause this video because my internet connection has been playing up today, so I don't want it to disconnect, and I'm going to continue recording just after pausing this.